I want to talk a bit about the altcoins that I'm looking at right now and the specific entry levels that are interesting for me. If you are in our Telegram, there's a link down below. You already see me posting that I bought a couple of altcoins which are sitting on strong support right now and that look very healthy. But there are some altcoins that I'm sniping and it's not quite yet the time, but soon it is. So if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. It's 7 a.m. right here, so please, if I say something stupid, do consider that, okay? Now, I want to start really quick with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sitting around $40,000 right now. Could be a little different by the time you watch it, of course. But yeah, if we do take a look at that, it took a bit of a hit and we're basically back at where we were at the beginning of December, right? So all December and January, Bitcoin was, doing quite well. Now it's cooling off. People are selling the ETF news. And it's nothing too crazy, like I said. I say like hey, they're selling the ETF news. Maybe that's not even the case, by the way, because it's like we spoke about before, just cyclical, right? That Bitcoin is getting rejected at the 0.618 retracement level at this stage of the market, just like it did in this cycle right here. 618, bam, correction. Just like this market, 618, bam, correction. Very seasonal, very cyclical. Usually this correction was 40%. This correction was 50%. Like, hey, we are now having a correction of like 20%, right? So I expect more downside. I'm not saying like, yeah, we go down 40%. Maybe this time it is lower, but do keep in consideration that this time, could also be give or take the same. Now, that means that the altcoin market is also taking a hit, which is bullish, okay? For all the people that think like, oh, he's bearish because he talks that altcoin is going down. No, bro, I want to buy them cheap. I don't want to buy them expensive. Like, I'm not a moron, right? If you want altcoins, if you want to have a big altcoin position, then you need to buy them as cheap as possible. Therefore, you hope that the price goes down, right? And if you're sweating, yeah, then you're not convinced for the long term. Then you should do some research. Or you are already fully into the crypto market. Also, not something that I would suggest doing. But for the people that have some cash on the sideline or have a passive income stream and can DCA or whatever, you better hope that it is playing out like every other cycle, right? Because then we will get one last huge buying opportunity and then we go moon. So I want to just go over a couple of altcoins that I'm looking at right now. But first, the total 3. Look, yeah, this is quite interesting because the total 3 is doing a bit of a retest, right? We had some resistance here at this level and we're having a retest here right now. Can definitely go lower. Although I don't think that the total 3 is like that relevant because it also includes stables, right? So if we do take a look at others, everything except the top 10, then we'll see this chart. And although this is also coming down, it hasn't retested anything yet, right? Best case, we retest this level right here. But this was the real range actually, right? Support, support, resistance, resistance. So if we retest that, that means that altcoins from this point can go down another like 27%. It may not. And some altcoins, if it does, they will do more or less or whatever, right? Some are really lagging, like Ethereum. Everybody was bullish on Ethereum right here. And what did it do? And now everybody hates Ethereum again. Like, come on. If you like something, you buy it, right? And your conviction is the only thing that's standing in your way. Although Ethereum is looking like super bearish at the moment, right? Ethereum on its Bitcoin pair, it had one little pump right here, but got rejected here on this trend line once again and just broke down again. So it's like Ethereum, it's just lagging. Therefore, at some point, I may buy some Ethereum because nobody else wants to anymore because they don't have faith. That's the moment you want to buy it. For now, I added some coins to my portfolio because I'm mostly into crypto gaming. And although I'm quite convinced that market will do absolutely fine, I want to expand a little bit, right? A little bit. So I have added Say. Now, this is not what I bought yet, okay? I cannot look at this chart and be like, oh yeah, let's buy it, right? It's going up too hard, man. It went from like 10 cents to 60 cents. Well, actually the 80, but it's now 60 cents. Right? If I look at this, then I feel like, yeah, 50, 40, somewhere like that. And if shit really hits the fan, then we maybe can get it at around 30 or so. But hey, and if it doesn't go there, if it doesn't go here, then I'm gonna miss it, whatever. Right? Therefore, you do not want to be too attached to one coin. I'll just be like, hey, if it goes down, I'm gonna buy some. If it goes up, whatever, next, right? That way you won't wreck yourself. But say, I like it. It's like, it's like the cheaper version of Solana. It's a very controversial way of saying it, right? It's different, I know, but it is way cheaper. Now, Celestia is also the kind of coin that I feel like, yeah, okay, interesting. To be honest, I completely missed this. I completely missed this. Doesn't matter. I wrote my bags on other coins, so hey, it's not that I missed out financially, but on this coin I did. But I feel like, yeah, if it goes down, might be a good entry. The highest it been was $20. Now it's sitting at 15. It went all the way to 14, but I feel like, yeah, it's like, I cannot buy this, right, for this price. It's like not possible for me. I at least want to see around this range, right? $12, give or take. It's now 15. It's quite a difference, right? It doesn't sound like much, but if it goes back there, then it's around 24% dip, that what we spoke about for the altcoin market in general. So, hey, I'll take it. Another one that I've added is Injective. Now, Injective is something that has ran like crazy. It ran so super hard. And also, and especially for Injective goes, I fucking missed this whole thing, right? But it doesn't matter, right? Injective shows like you want to be, for the next bull run, you want to be in projects that are outperforming other projects. And Injective, right? If you bought it here, then you were gambling because you did not know that it was going to outperform because it did not do it yet, right? Now it showed us like, hey, this is an outperformer. And now I'd be like, nice, I have some certainties as far as you get them in crypto. And now I'd be like, okay, if there comes a good dip, then I'm gonna buy it up, right? That's what I'm gonna do. But at $30, I'll be like, meh, I don't know. If we do take a look at Fibonacci, then the 0.5 and the 0.6, when it comes in around the bull market support band as well, which is sitting at around $20, it's now 32 basically. So again, hey, will it go back down there? Maybe. If it happens, I'm gonna buy something. I'll buy some. If it doesn't, then I don't. Right? It's 40% correction. People say like, yeah, that can happen. It's not possible. It happened here as well, right? And here was even more. It can happen, right? It definitely can happen. We already had a correction of 30, right? So hey, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Now, some coins that I bought are Falcon Forged, and it's not that you can now hear like, oh, you bought this and now I missed out, so whatever, what's the point of this? No, it's actually still sitting around the same level, but therefore join our Telegram so you can get this a little bit earlier. And if you want to get it really early, you want to be in the Discord, check out the Patreon down below in the pinned comment. But Falcon Forged, I said many months, like, hey bro, Falcon Forged was ranging a lot, right? This was a clear range. It broke out. And I said like, okay, I'm gonna buy the retest, right? A lot of people bought here, for example, but then you buy resistance, right? And then it goes down and it's fucked up, right? I bought at the same level, but at least not as resistance, as support, right? So I said, hey, let's wait for the retest and then get in. Now, the retest took long, right? And that's the thing with crypto. Sometimes you have to have some patience because it broke out in October, so November, December, end of January, right? So it was like a long time, 3 months, right? But now we are finally here. So now I felt like, okay, now I can buy some Falcon Forged. Hey, and I'm not even saying, by the way, that it's going to do this, right? But at least 1.5 years of resistance could now be support. If it goes back in this range, yeah, then why couldn't, you know, then it can go to the downside of the range as well. So if you're buying here, great level, but if it breaks, prepare for a 50% loss. Short term, right? I think Fomo Factory is definitely there to stay. I've bought some games for a living. About it here at this trend line, slightly lower maybe. Games for a living is like, there was big resistance right here as well. And it broke out and it went quite parabolic. It did like almost a 2x from this point, right? And also this broke out also in October, right? And we finally have the retest. Right? We finally have the retest that we have been waiting for. So I feel like, yeah, okay, I need to buy that retest. And it bounced perfectly off the 0.5 retracement. If we do go lower, then 2 cents is a huge level. Okay, so when I said I bought some, right? That goes for all the coins that I'm talking about right now. I bought way too less even. Now that the things are bouncing a little bit, I feel like maybe should have bought more. But being careful hasn't got me wrecked, right? So if it does go here, that will be a beautiful entry, right? Games for a Living had too much of a run, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green months in a row. That's insane, right? So of course we get 2 red months at a certain point, right? That's what you want to buy. Yeah, of course you're buying it higher here than here, but like these things are not predictable. Safety is important as well, right? So I've bought some games for a living. I think this is a good entry, and otherwise, like I said, this is a perfect entry. It is below the bull market support band, so it is showing weakness, though. Keep that in mind. I have also, I wanted to buy some Beam, but I didn't because I already have too big of a bag, in all honesty. But if I did not have that, then I would have bought Beam. Okay. Beam overall is in a pretty clear range to me. It's like around this, right? You have some wicks right here, but around there, and around yeah, whatever here, right? This is the range for Beam. It's sitting at the lower side of the range. Volker Forge did this for 1.5 years. If you trade this range, you can make a lot of money, right? But you don't know how long that range is going to range. Maybe it just breaks down now. But it's a matter of chance, statistics, odds, and etc. But Beam looks like a fantastic buy actually right now. To be honest, I love it, and also for the long term, it's a good one. Let's go over a few. Look, like, yeah, Ronin I did not buy. I love the project, and I think that Ronin is one of the best long-term plays when you look at crypto gaming, but it is like really high right now, and it did not had any decent pullback so far, right? So hey, maybe like if you, it's also because I already have a little bag of this. If I did not had it, I feel like, okay, let's just buy some to at least get some exposure, right? And DCA the rest if it goes down. Let's have a look at it. AVAX. I did not buy some AVAX. Because I do think that, yeah, it could go end up around $22, give or take. It bounced at 27. That point doesn't make sense to me, actually. I think AVAX has some downside in it before it goes up further. So at least 25. Let's say between 25 and 22. It's now 31. So that's quite a difference still. IMX have not bought this, but also because I have pretty decent bag. But also, apart from Fibonacci, if you look at this, IMX was in this range right here, broke out, and it looks like a Volker Forge to me, right? It looks like it needs to at least retest this range and then go up or break in it again. But usually it's not the case that a coin ranges somewhere, breaks out, and just goes up. Like usually there's a retest. Usually, Chainlink, same story. It bounces off the 0.382. It bounces off the bull market support band, so that makes sense though. But still, I'm not buying this until it retests the range, right? We have major support here, major resistance here, and it broke out and it just stays there. Like, no, go down. And around, 10, 11 maybe, then I'm interested. And again, you could comment like, oh, that's never gonna happen. Maybe not. I don't know. But if not, then I don't care. Like there are like a lot of other coins, right? You don't want to get emotional over this stuff. One that I'm looking at is Polkastarter. And this actually looks like a buy. I haven't bought it yet, full disclosure, but it looks like a buy, right? Because Polkastarter also, it's not really a range though, but this was a strong point of resistance, right? And now we broke out and it looks like it's going to retest. And it showed us like, hey, 140, no problem. It's back at 70 cents now. It had a 50% correction. It's a launch pad. I won't, if I buy it, I don't buy it because of the launch pad, but I would buy it because I think it has some upside potential. It almost went to a $400 million market cap last cycle. It's now sitting at 70. Could this do at least a 5x or something? Yeah, I think so. Hey, and if you say like, oh, just a 5x, hey, I take it. I will take it, man. For sure. I have Magic in my watch list, but I'm actually not that interested to buy this. I don't know why it's still there. It's rated J. I haven't bought it. But yeah, if you believe in the AVAX ecosystem, you can buy the DAX on that. Right? Like, then you at least have some exposure to AVAX without necessarily investing in the high cap AVAX. It is like, it consists out of two ranges, basically. Well, look, I mean, you can look at it like this. Fuck this range. This was a fake out. We have range 1, where it ranges between 40 cents and 20 cents for a long time, right? And we have range 2 between 40 and, let's round it up, 80 cents. It's now sitting at the lower side of the upper range. Testing that range, testing the bull market support band. Might be a good first DCA. Might be. Force went over that. Veracity, interesting pattern. Could be a buy signal. I didn't buy it, but could be. Illuvium, testing the 0.618 right now. By the way, almost. Yeah, I tested it. Like quite good as well. Like if you really want to be precise, but you do not want to be precise if it comes to these things. But it's sitting there. So I am not necessarily like it. Well, yeah, no. I'm not that interested in Illuvium. But if you are, then this could be a buying place. Solana, yeah, it's not even close to where I think I want to buy it. Chart-wise, you would say like, hey, support, and we broke out, retest, but it's too expensive for me. I like Quant. On the other hand, I don't, because Quant is a heavily underperformer, right? Like it's been wrecked against Bitcoin the whole time. So hey, why the fuck would you buy Quant? You could have just buy Bitcoin, right? And you would have been better off and lower risk. At a certain point, I do feel like Quant could do some good things, though. But for now, it's underperforming against everything out there, basically. So, yeah, if you see Quant going up, yeah, it's mostly because Bitcoin is going up. Because on its Bitcoin pair, it's not doing shit. However, whatever. If you look at the range for Quant, it's between 85 and 160. And it's now sitting at 100, right? So it's closer to the downside than the upside. So purely based on that, it could be a good time. And yeah, it is sitting like here was a lot of support. Here was some support. It might be a good bet. I don't like Uniswap. I don't see the need for a DEX token actually, or just like Trader Joe, but it didn't do shit as well. Like Bitcoin was going up this whole time and Uniswap didn't. So probably if you look at Uniswap Bitcoin, you will see that it has been going down quite hard. I mean, here you go. Yeah. But it is sitting at major lows right now, by the way. So it might be a good play. Yeah, let me take a look. Good morning, fam. If you are in the need of a meme coin that has some good potential, this might be a really interesting one right now. I have a good bag of this. Engine starter, good launch pad. It's retesting the bull market support band. Good entry maybe. Otherwise, yeah, no 8, but a 6. And all these zeros in front of it. SNFTS, this is what I said on my Discord. Like, guys, flashing buying order right now. Why? Well, one, it tests the bull market support band and it looks to bounce right there. But two, if you take the Fibonacci, sorry for that. If you take Fibonacci and you put it over it, look exactly where the 0.618 comes in. Beautiful, as Jim Carrey says, right? So these are two major supports. Not saying it can break, but if you want to buy it somewhere, I might buy it here. I've bought some, right? I've bought it right here. So it's already bouncing a little bit. Right now, this pattern is very similar to what we did right here, right? And here it broke down. As you can see as well, if you take the Fibonacci over this point, it blasted right through it, right? With the 0.618, we hovered around there. We tried to break above it again, but we got rejected. But it was also because here we were below the bull market support band, 20 and the 20-week SMA, right? Here we are above it. So here it was resistance, and here it is support. As you can see right here, we bounced support, blap. So it's a big thing. I have not bought Citus, but I did buy Senate. It's a governance token of Citus, which is, in my opinion, way better. Big support. Look, I mean, we have this resistance right. I can drag it like here. It looks way better. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Little resistance broke out. Support, bull market support band right there as well. So that's double support. Let's take a look at this. 0.618. Yeah, just below it. So let's see how it behaves right there. I've bought some. Altora it's testing like this resistance right here. This kind of a double top, right? And it's now testing this as resistance. Let's hope it goes up from here. Might be a good one. Otherwise, at 0.036. CDFI, strong. We've drawn this, right? Said like, hey, if this breaks right here, then this is the next range. No, went to the range, wicked, blap, up. Nice. CDFI is holding for now, right? It's really holding for now. So looking healthy. If it breaks like 230 or so, yeah, then it's back to like 150 maybe. But we're far from that. Ultra weak. I've bought some Whack Me. Not because the chart looks so good, but I like the project. And we get a massive discount at this moment. Whack Me has a correction of 66%. Right? If you just like the project, then this is maybe the time to get in. It's getting pretty cheap right now. I can maybe see it go here. Right? That's another like 30%, 25% down. Right? But apart from that, I'd say it's not looking so healthy. But I just like the project. Like this was a range and this was a range, right? We seem to break this range. So if we're now back in this one, hey, it could go here. It's a good accumulation area, in my opinion. Playable, I like it. It had a small correction, but it's like, well, small. It had a big ass correction of like 55% or something. Yeah, Total is even 66 as well, small correction. But it's holding the 618 perfectly. So that's pretty good. If I draw it correctly, it's not holding it perfectly, by the way. But it is like, it looks like it's bouncing right here. So that's good. Bounced off the bull market support band like sweet, nailed it. So yes. And yes, shrapnel, I have it right there, but I don't really care about shrapnel. That's kind of it for now. These are the kind of projects that I'm looking at the moment. Apart from the IDOs that I'm participating in, most of my money is going right there. We just participated in Farcana, did like a 20x, incredible launch. A lot of projects do pretty well. GT protocol, look, I mean, this is what you want to see, right? GT protocol. I bought the IDO for 20 cents, right? And it went to 220. It's sitting at 160, but it's at least holding, right? The price looks like, but well, let's see for now. At least made a my initial back, right? A TGE, clear 10x, and the rest of the money what comes in is free. No matter if the chart goes down all the way, everything is free now. That's so beautiful about these IDOs. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I hope you found this information useful. I'm gonna get some coffee. See you soon.